to Fong Kitchen, the kitchen I share with my daughter Su Yan. She cooks for people and I cook for you. Okay, today we are going to be visiting one of my favorite recipe from when I was a little girl, and also when my daughter Su Yan was a little girl, and also now my grandchildren love it very much. I am first, of course, going to put my cream on because you know this weather in Johannesburg has been so dry. No rain at all that my skin is shriveling up, and I don't want people to think I look 80 years old because I am not. I'm nearly 80 years old. Okay, first you rub in. See, it's so dry that it doesn't even rub in. You know, sometimes when you go around the shops, those people, they show you how to buy expensive cream product, and you know they're just cheating you. E45, very cheap but very, very effective. Okay, so I'm ready. So what we're going to discuss today is macaroni soup. When we were young, we used to go to the airport because it was one of the only places that had air conditioning. You see many students, because the conditions for many people in Hong Kong is still quite terrible. Many people living in a very small space. You can go to the airport and you can study for as many long hours as you like. And there was air conditioning and lots of delicious food to eat. In fact, when we were young, I used to take Su Yan to the airport for lunch. And there were some different types of restaurants. There was good dim sum and also a wonderful cafe called the Maxim Cafe. Now that they moved the airport from Kowloon side, which was close to my mother's home, to Lantau, it's not as close for me to go, but it is still a wonderful experience. In fact, they have an IMAX cinema. Where in the world can you go shopping and have food at airport? Maybe Dubai, but you have to be on the other side. Okay, you don't need to travel to go to the Hong Kong airport to enjoy it. Now, I want to discuss with you what very important thing is your broth. You must make broth from lots and lots of quality bone. Now, I like to make a duck soup using all the bone and the feet, the tendon, the head, the lung, all the bits that you don't use after you have roasted the duck. And if you are in London or some places where there's a Chinese restaurant, you can always go to the back and you ask them for the bone carcasses. The nice thing about a roasted bird turned into the bone to soup is that you have all the roasted flavor come through first. And you know, one of the reasons why I look so young and all my friends comment and compliment me for my looks is because I drink a lot of broth. And in fact, many people now coming to realize that broth is so good for you. I wanted to discuss shark's fin and bird's nest soup, but Su Yan keep telling me this is not allowed. Contraband, she says. But you know, if you don't eat the shark, it eat you. Okay, so the soup I'm going to show you, when you make it, let me show you the picture. You make a big pot of this and then you see how it looks like jelly. The reason why I look like jelly is because all the wonderful goodness, the cartilage, the bone marrow, all come out of the bird into the liquid. Then you must put it into the fridge. This makes it go solid a little bit and all the fat rise up. Now you can keep the fat and fry, maybe make English potato, but I throw it away this time. You leave behind the perfect stock. And this jelly nature is actually how the secret behind making those dumpling that looks like soup once you open it. And you wonder how they get soup inside a dumpling. Well, they make it like jelly first. It's called xiu long bao. My children call it poo-poo dumpling. They're very rude. In fact, my grandchildren say, Mama, Papa, let's go eat poo-poo dumpling. They can eat me so expensive. We go to the dim sum restaurant in London, hundreds of pounds every time because they eat so much. So as I say, you make a big pot, then you can freeze that extra stuff and you take what you need. So I always have broth and soup in my freezer because you never know when you're going to be hungry. So what you do is it immediately turns into a wonderful, rich, delicious soup. Almost don't need to put salt and pepper, but you know, I know how white people like to make everything very salty. One reason I must tell you is that you must not put the salt in until you're ready to eat it. So for some reason, salt seems to concentrate over time. And so you may find it too salty. Then you start to add water and then you are diluting all the nutritious goodness. So we make the soup and then when it melts, when the jelly turns into soup, we add the macaroni. Now, macaroni is a very specific pasta. This does not work with falafel or fusilli or any of those penne, the penne is so difficult to eat. I don't know why anyone buy it, but macaroni has the perfect ability to be in soup. You can use a spoon to pick it up. You don't want to use fork, huh? Like spaghetti in this soup would not work. It would look very bad. So you cook the macaroni. Again, you don't have to do this al dente. Actually, a little bit softer is nicer in soup because this is not a pasta sauce. This is a soup base with macaroni, give you your carbohydrate. Although, you know, I went to the doctor the other day and he said my sugar level a little bit high, so I may have to cut back on my sugar. And unfortunately, for Chinese people, this is very difficult because, you know, we love our rice and we love our noodle. So as the soup is getting warm, I put the cooked macaroni in. Also, this you can prepare in advance because you're just putting it back into the soup. It is so delicious. Milo is going to be so excited when I present him his supper tonight. He is going to enjoy this so much. Although I have to say he is not very good at eating vegetable. So in this one, the surprise ingredient is lettuce. Many people use different types of vegetable, but you do not think of lettuce as a cooked product. But the Chinese really like making soup base and then having crunchy lettuce on top. And also the other thing is ham. This is such an easy recipe that you can have all the ingredients waiting inside your fridge anytime. After 5 minutes, you've got something to eat. Okay, so the ham, same as the macaroni, you want to cut it into slices so it's about the same thickness as your macaroni, because this is your one supper in a pot or in a bowl. So Mikey, my husband, he loved this one very much too, very simple. You know, sometimes he's so lazy. In the whole time we've been married, he maybe cooked twice, and then he used every single pan in the house. I rather he did not cook. But he very helpful. He walked to the supermarket for me. In London, we walk everywhere. In South Africa, you don't walk anywhere. Very strange country. No bus and no taxi that is safe for people to take, and no pavement. What happens if you can't drive? I've seen those crazy taxis. I think we discussed it already. Okay, so you cut the lettuce nice and thin, and you've got your ham, and then you have a nice big bowl. You want a big bowl, not some stingy little bowl, because you want to be able to really fill up the bowl and add your ham. And the nice color of the ham is pink, and the lettuce is green, and your macaroni is white, almost like the Italian flag. You don't want it to get so hot that you burn your mouth, but it depends how old your stock is. But basically, once it comes to warm, you just scoop it up into the bowl. You see, there's no grease at all, because once the fat has risen to the top and you throw it away or use it for something else, all that left behind is all that goodness from the bone, the cartilage, help you make your ligaments and joints nice and supple. Very important as you get older to eat good for you thing. So you put the lettuce on the side like this. You got your macaroni, and then you can add your ham to the corner. And now you see, it looks very delicious, very simple. Now also, the Chinese people prefer to use white pepper often. So you know, you can take a little bit in your hand and sprinkle over the dish to mix it up. And if after you taste it you need salt, then you can add salt. I don't really recommend you add soy sauce. You know, people use soy sauce like salt in this country. It's not very normal. You should just use a tiny bit of salt if you need it. And that is it. One of my favorite easy and nutritious meals for whole family.